Whatever.
You
You
look
ready?
you look beautiful.
I am a scumbag. Didn't shower in like 2 days.
Whenever you're ready.
Anywho, all right, let's just do it. Let's welcome everybody to Quiz 62, our
Wow, look at you
podcast.
on point.
Pop quiz. It's a pop quiz. Quiz 62, Got It podcast. I'm Al
Wow.
Broody, one of your
I did,
hosts.
I completely forgot about that. You didn't even run that by me.
I
Normally you're
didn't.
like, what number is it? What should I say? You were just on the point,
On the
on the
ball.
ball, on the point, on
On the
point.
ballpoint pen. On the ballpoint pen.
There we go.
Yeah,
You're
welcome.
saying you heard it here first.
Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, I'm Al, he's Matt. What's up? Typical intro. Find us on the Instagram, guys. Guy_party_pod. You can check us out there. We post all of our like streaming times and when we're going live and what we've been doing and new shit we bought and other cool things. Karate chop. And yeah, we have email, Gmail, guyparty91 at gmail.com. Send us questions, send us feedback, and anything else you'd like to ask us. So yeah, those are our two main outlets, I think. We should get a Discord going. I said last week, but it just hasn't happened. But anyway,
Yeah. I mean, we kind of have one just for us two.
yeah,
Maybe we can modify that. I can play with it and see if we can just make that it.
yeah, whatever.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
What's up, Matt? What's going on? What's new?
Not much. What's up with you, Al?
Not much was up with you, Matt. Nothing, man. I guess I'll start this week.
Yeah, I always start.
Let's see. Anything interesting in the world of Al? Got an espresso maker.
Ooh, I saw that.
Currently drinking a fuckload of espresso.
Did you
It's
get that
actually
on Prime Day, or did you buy it like somewhere else?
So Ashley had her bridal shower situation, whatever you want to call that.
Okay. When she was
Thingy.
away for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
she got a shitload of gift cards to Bed Bath and Beyond. So we had like
Solid.
400 and some bucks, and this was
Nice.
like 200 bucks. And she's like, I don't know what else to get, so let's just get that. I was like, sweet.
I mean, that's also perfect because like, I feel like if you guys had like an apartment or something, like it's like, well, what do we want to spend? Because we're eventually probably going to buy a house. But now that you already have a house, it's like
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about like, well, is this going to be a pain to move in a year or something? Like,
Fucking, yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming you guys are planning on staying in that house for a bit.
I hope so, because
So,
I'm not trying to get the fuck out of here. I just got it set up how I wanted it to get set up, like especially like this extra office space room. So I really don't want to deviate from this at all. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Besides that, I got some new books this week. I got a book called Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, written by Drazen Schreier. He's from Kotaku. It's about pretty much the making of a video game, what kind of goes into making a video game. And I thought it was going to be a bit different than it actually turned out to be.
I
But
know what you mean.
it it breaks it down into 10 chapters, which each chapter is an individual game that was made. You know what I mean? It goes through that like
Yeah.
that game story. Okay, here's what happened with this game. Here's what happened with Uncharted 4. Here's what happened with Stardew Valley. Here's what happened with this. And it's like, okay, cool. But I kind of just wanted to read like kind of who does what in the game, how does it go from idea to fucking into,
Yeah.
I don't know. But maybe it'll be more like that. I'm only a little bit into it as
Yeah.
of right now, but we'll see. I also picked up. It's the first Stranger Things novel.
Novel, not graphic
novel.
Okay.
Novel. No, it's a novel.
'Cause I know there's graphic novels for Stranger Things now.
Let me look it up really quick. Stranger Things novel. Let me.
Is
It
it?
it's Suspicious Minds.
So is
So-
this like?
Prequel. It's everything.
It's a prequel. So is it? Does it talk about like Eleven's story?
Eleven's mom.
Eleven's mom.
Eleven's mom.
Okay, and it
Yeah.
probably will eventually go into 11 being in the testing facility or whatever.
Yeah. The main dude. Actually, here's the little poster that came with it.
Oh,
That's that.
you love your posters.
I do, but I have no place to hang them. So I have like literally, like fucking all these things just sitting here. But that's the doctor dude. I forget his name.
Yeah, I
He's,
don't
you know,
remember.
the bad guy from the first movie or first
Show,
series.
season.
So yeah, yeah, first season of the show.
Mm.
But so apparently it goes into 11's mom and number 8. Not
Okay.
11. So it's 8. So I guess we'll see how that.
I mean,
morphs
it makes
into
sense because she's 11, so there was obviously probably 10
previous
people before her.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how that turns out, but I won't probably get to that for a little while because I'm very slow on the reading.
Yeah, I've been slacking on the reading.
Oh, I read like 5 pages a night and fall asleep. It sucks. But besides that, I bought my first Pop doll figurine.
Oh,
figure,
the bobblehead.
Bobblehead type thing.
Nice.
Yeah. It is the strength guy from Fallout.
Nice. Fits you perfectly.
So
Where'd you get that at?
Did
you just pick it up online? Barnes and Noble? Okay.
They had the Vault Dweller there and the Mothrak. Mothman, I'm sorry. Mothrak. That's fucking Godzilla. But yeah, they had that there. I was like, man, I wish I had the little strength doll.
Nice.
I would get that one. Then so they didn't have it in the main section. Barnes and Noble, by the way. Didn't have it in the main section. So I went to the back corner where like they had all the graphic novels and stuff. And on the back wall they had a shitload more of them. I was like, oh, for the gamer. I was like, found it. Got it. So I had still like $65 in gift cards from Christmas. So
wow.
I bought that. I bought the Stranger Things book, and I bought Ashley a new novel. So
nice.
And that Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. I ordered that online with one of the gift cards because it's not available in stores.
I will say this. I know. At least I've noticed this with graphic novels. At least I would suggest doing this also for you. I don't know if it's the case for novels, also normal books.
Yeah.
But graphic novels are like a solid 10 to 20% cheaper online.
Always.
So I would highly suggest if you're gonna buy something from Barnes & Noble, buy it online.
It sucks. I know it. I know it. It's always cheaper.
Yeah.
It's always cheaper because there's even a thing going on right now. It's called July Reads. It's 20% off your entire order online completely. Doesn't matter. So like everything's.
Have to look into that.
Yeah, just type in July Reads 20, and you get 20% off your whole order. So I bought that Blood, Sweat, and Pixels.
I'm waiting for I have to pay off my credit card in like 2 days, and then I'm waiting for that to like be paid off, and now it's like I have like 4 or 5 things on Amazon I want to buy, but it's like I want to make sure like that's all paid off. I don't have any interest coming in on that. I actually have to activate. The credit card I have expires this month, so it's like when I pay that off, I'm just gonna activate the new one, so that way I don't have to like
start the new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Finish it, pay it off, and rack it right back up.
Yep.
It is the American way.
It is. Everything is based on credit here.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you can't buy. There's a lot of stuff you cannot get without credit, pretty much.
Nope.
It's hard to get any sort of housing without any sort of credit.
Who just has $200-some thousand?
Well, I mean, even for like apartments.
Oh, hell no.
You can't get a car from a dealership without having some form of credit unless you get a cosigner.
You can't get a fucking sofa, dude. You can a good fucking sofa is like $2,500. If you get a nice like wraparound couch that's comfortable, dude, it's expensive.
Can you not buy furniture and just like pay it off right there?
I mean, you can.
Well, yeah, so you don't necessarily need credit for that. You pay them the money, they'll take it.
Yeah, but most people just put it on their credit card.
Well, yeah.
Bloop, I'll pay for it over time. Bloop, pay for it over time. Bloop, pay for it over time. Why do I need money? The bank's got money. Fuck it. Yeah.
It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. And besides all that, I guess, I've just been streaming and I finally bought a gaming chair, so that should be here Thursday. Yeah, it was 45% off. So.
What chair did you get? I don't think you told me. You don't know.
I'll get back to you on that.
Racer or something.
It's not GT racing thing. It's a
DX Racer.
Yeah, it's not a GX Racer. I don't know what it is. Okay. I'll find out. I'll look up my Gmail account really quick. But anyway, what's up with you, man? What's going on in the world of Mr. Mike?
Not too much. I worked a lot this week, so I was just like dead tired at the end of the week.
Yeah.
But what?
No, yeah, dead tired. Yeah, me too, all the time.
Yeah, like, so we had a competition to set for on Friday.
Okay. How'd that
And
work out?
It went fine. It was a campus competition. So for
So
those
just a
of
couple.
you who aren't familiar with climbing, normally when you climb, you use your hands and your feet. Campusing is purely using your hands, your feet just hanging below you.
So I was completely wrong. Okay.
What do you think it was?
Just college kids.
No, no, not even.
Just campus.
But yeah. So it was like we had to set that completely, and obviously make sure the problems were good enough. So I campused. I don't know how many climbs, ranging from super easy to almost impossible.
So it's pretty much just one massive pull up the entire time.
Well, so you can set the climb so that way it's not just like pulling straight down. Like I set it,
So
I had a climb set where like you go up, you pull up to this one hole, go to this next one, and literally like you monkey bar it to the point where you swing all the way under, grab the next hold, and then like fall into it.
So that
Which is fun.
cause a
It's
slip.
yeah, it's like you gotta control that momentum as you swing into the next hold and stuff like that, which is fun to do and it makes you feel super badass doing it.
Superhero landing.
Yeah.
Just like that.
But yeah, so I went in to try and climb today, and it was like that's a hard no because my shoulders and arms are still dead tired. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Did you find the chair?
I did. It's the Respawn 110 racing style game chair.
Never heard
Green.
of it.
I will send you a link right now.
See, I'm good with the classic, just office chair.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but wow, that's a massive link. Sorry about that. That is fucking huge.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah, she never said that. Anyway, dude, it's legit. Anyway, as you can see, I don't know why it's on sale because none of the other ones are on sale. Oh, as much of, but it's
I don't
a $185 chair on sale for $94.
Take it.
So I took it.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. But outside of that, like I've been streaming, powering through Red Dead, started the Octopath Traveler and having a blast with that. I'm also getting I was getting really sucked into Red Dead, and then I'll tell you where I'm at. See if you remember.
Slow point.
Yes, kind of. It feels like it's gonna be a slow point. So like, I just did the whole Saint Denis thing, like where you rob the bank, Hosea gets killed, John gets arrested, and stuff like that. And then like you're on the boat, and then you end up in Guarma or whatever.
Fucking Guarma. It's so unnecessary.
And it was just like,
Worst part of the
all
game.
right,
my
like
opinion.
this threw me for a loop. I wasn't ready for this. And I could feel like going through the beginning of it. It's like this feels like it's gonna be a really slow point. So I stopped it like
And
just
it is.
after, just when I got to the point where like you could free roam.
So stupid.
But I started wondering. So
Wander away, Matthew. Wander away.
where does this game theoretically take place in the United States?
Louisiana.
Is it Louisiana? For some reason, I thought it was like way west in like Montana or something.
I think okay. I'm sorry. So like Saint Denis area is supposed to be New Orleans, I believe, and like the whole
Okay.
bayou with the crocodiles. That's Louisiana. I think the northern portion might be modeled after maybe Montana and stuff. I think different
Okay.
different portions of the map are modeled after different areas.
Okay.
But
Because like
of course,
at one point,
Guarma's like Cuba. I
Yeah.
think.
or they say in the game it's like the
Something.
island right next to Cuba or something.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
But it's like I was just curious because it was like in my mind this always took place in like Montana, like up in that part of the country, and then they're talking about like we can get on a boat right now, go down the coast and get to Cuba. And I'm like, you can't do that from the West Coast.
Can't
Like
do
you have
that,
to
man.
go all the way around South America to get to Cuba from the West Coast. Like
From the
that's
West Coast. You could take the Panama Canal, man.
now you could.
No, you could. Not in 1899. You can't. So.
Yeah, not in their time you
wait.
couldn't.
Wait, when was? Was it the 40? I don't know. I'm not even gonna fucking try to guess a date when the Panama Canal was made.
I think it was one of the Roosevelts that did it, wasn't it?
Was it the 40s? Was it sometime? Okay, I'm gonna do a little history lesson.
I think I wouldn't be surprised because I wouldn't be surprised if it was linked to Pearl Harbor for having to get boats through.
Maybe. Maybe.
for the war.
Oh shit! I was completely wrong. 1903 to 1914,
Okay.
which World War One was 1914, 1918. So I'm guessing they weren't planning on a world war happening. But anyway.
No. Usually.
Yeah. No. People, you don't usually.
But yeah, so I was like getting really captured with like the game, and then that happened. I was like, all right.
Bitch.
Like it feels like this is gonna be a slow point because a lot of shit just went down.
From what I remember, it's short. Just power through. There's like
So
maybe 3 or 4
I
main
was
missions.
I was curious. Like I was like, how many chapters are in this game? Because obviously that was like end of chapter 4, and I think it
6?
said there's 8 including like the prologue.
8, including the epilogues.
Yeah, or the epilogues. Yeah.
I think there's 2 epilogues.
But they said
One of which is
essentially that chapter 1 and chapter 5 were the shortest, with 6 and like 9 missions, respectively. So like chapter 1 has 6 missions, chapter 5 only has 9 or something. That's like those are the 2 shortest chapters. And it's like after I read that, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty happy to hear this is just going to be a short chapter because it doesn't seem like it's going to be a fun
Yeah.
place.
But chapter 6 is definitely worth playing through.
Okay.
No matter how many
That gives me more
missions,
motivation to kind of power through chapter 5 then.
Oh yeah. But if I do remember correctly, the last mission in Guarma is actually kind of fun. So
Okay.
just give it a shot.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
might
I'm
not mean
gonna
much.
keep playing through it. I'll probably try and power
Yeah.
through it later this week.
I mean,
But yeah, I mean, having a blast with that. Arthur Morgan right now has bank on my playthrough. He has like over $3,000 or something.
nice. You robbed the train, right? Yeah, you got that from the train robbery.
No, it was when I think it's chapter 3. When you're in Rhodes and you go back to Valentine to rob the bank.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep.
You make like a solid $1,500-$2,000 off of that if you rob all 3 of the safes.
Yeah. I had $5,000 with Arthur, I think. So
Yeah, I mean, I would probably have that, but then I was just like,
you just spent
screw
it
it.
on
I'm gonna
everything.
upgrade everything in the camp. Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna upgrade everything in the camp, get that done with. Didn't get a trophy for it, which I was kind of pissed off about.
I thought there was a trophy, like do like 3 upgrades to camp, or like
Then maybe I did.
maximum-
Maybe I did it in my previous playthrough, but like I thought there would be a trophy for like doing all the upgrades. And it
I didn't
give me
upgrade
one.
shit. I didn't donate anything to the box.
I
didn't
just
upgrade
donate
shit.
valuables. That's all I donate is valuables.
I think I donated 1 deer once for food, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, I don't like what I do is like when
I'm
I go back to the camp, it would be like, all right, if I see an animal on the way, I'll shoot it
Yeah,
and take it back.
shoot it.
But
skin
I'm
it.
not like actively going out and trying to get it.
Yeah, no, fuck that, dude. Fuck that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm having a blast playing that, and like I said, I started Octopath Traveler.
Addicted.
Dude, it is so fucking good. I'm having a blast with it. Like just the fact that there's
How
like
far
8
are you
different.
into it?
I don't think I'm very far. I don't know on how long it's supposed to take.
Did you meet all like other characters so far?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So main story on how long to beat.com is 59 hours.
Oh shit, that's a long.
And
game.
I'm assuming that's meaning going through every character's story, because they all have like, when you start off the game, it's like, who do you want to be? And it shows you like all 8 characters and gives you the backstory and like kind of tells you what they specialize in. And then throughout the game, you can just find the other characters on the map. It tells you where they are, luckily, and then you can go find them, hear their backstory,
Okay.
play through it, collect them, have them be part of the team, and then move on. And after like probably about 9 or 10 hours, I finally got all 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fun. It's turn-based combat. It's like
Interesting.
it took a little while to figure out some of the mechanics with the fighting, like what the shields are and stuff like that, and but it's fun because each character has like their own ability. Like one's a sword-based guy, one's an archer, one's magic, one's a healer, one's, whatever. So it's just kind of like trying to pick and choose who you feel is best to upgrade and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm having a blast in it. Might try and 100% that eventually at some point.
Oh shit.
Most of the achievements honestly look like they're just story related stuff.
Okay.
Like the hardest ones are there's a speed run one, which is finish your journey with lightning speed, which is obviously beat it in a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And saw your journey through without aid from others, so I'm guessing that's just picking a character and not
Just
collecting the other characters and
powering
just
through.
doing his story
Yeah.
or their story or whatever. Travel to every location on the map, like that's pretty much probably going to be story related. But I think like the two things that are going to be hardest is there's one called Collector, which is acquired every item.
That's gonna be very hard.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just going to kind of be like get a checklist and go through and like all that. And then the other two that will probably be hardest is opened every treasure chest, which
That's
sounds
gonna
like it's
be-
going to be time consuming and just again a checklist. And then
Very missable though. Could you go
Yeah.
or could you go back to every
you can
location?
go back to areas.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah,
I thought
and then
that when you first told me that I thought it'd be missable.
found every hidden item, which I think is just the same thing as like checklist, learning from people where hidden items are and then going to find them.
Cool. Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it.
Cool, man. Cool. Cool. So I found 2 trophies that might be pertaining to your camp situation in Red Dead Redemption 2. So there's Errand Boy. Did you pop that one? Deliver 5 camp companion item requests.
No.
And then there's one for donating $250 to the tithe box or whatever the fucking to the box at.
If that's in just value, then I probably have gotten that. If that's straight up money, I have not done that yet.
It's called Give to the Poor. Donate $250 to the gang tithing box. So that might be one you might need to grab, which is still pretty easy.
Yeah.
So give it a shot.
Maybe I will.
I popped a bunch of trophies in that game, but the online just turned me off. So.
Yeah, I did look up.
Thanks.
What was it like San Andreas and like Vice City and stuff on Steam?
Yeah.
No
Mhm.
achievements on Steam.
None at all.
None.
Well, good thing I'm playing PlayStation.
Because like as you were playing through, it's like I wouldn't mind picking these games up to get like the achievements because like sometimes I can
Pretty easy.
deal with like the collectibles and stuff. And I
Pretty
looked them
easy.
up and there's like no achievements. I was like, well, guess I'm not
Fuck
picking them
you.
up.
Yeah, I want to go back and platinum all these games, but I don't know if it makes sense to do it, because I don't have time. Like it's either stream it or don't get them.
Yeah.
So it's like because the only time I play video games, I stream that time because I
Yeah.
can't play another time. So no more fucking time in the day.
No time.
So I guess if I go to do it, I might as well stream it, but
Yeah.
it'll be just grindy shit. No one will give a to watch, you know.
Not
We'll see.
necessarily.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Anywho, news-wise, what do you got?
What do I
Welcome
got?
to the news. Welcome to the news, guys.
Well, I mean, I guess the big thing is Comic-Con that pretty much happened
Comic-Con.
this weekend, and
Did it
Marvel
pretty much
kind of
happen?
dropped the next 2 years worth of content they are putting out.
This is all you.
So
Please.
first in 2020.
Did they give a roster of like movies coming out?
Like I have a whole list of pretty much everything. So May 1st, these are
Love it.
probably dates that are subjected to change, obviously. But in
Probably,
May,
most
on May 1st, 2020, is the Black Widow film coming out.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find that part real quick.
Okay.
Let's see.
La,
We'll explore
la.
Black Widow's past and see how she picks up the pieces and becomes a whole person. So obviously, if you've seen Endgame, spoiler alert.
What happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. No spoiler.
But yeah, so it's gonna be a kind of a story, I guess, to show how she kind of became Black Widow and stuff, and got with
Yeah.
Shield and stuff. So who knows? We'll see. But then in fall 2020, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is gonna be on Disney Plus for streaming.
Okay. Is that a series or a movie? Series, right?
It's a series. Yes.
Gotcha.
And from what I have heard, is that Falcon will be, picking up the mantle. No, screw it, I don't care. If you haven't seen Endgame by now, screw you.
Fuck you. Yeah, let's go.
He's going to be picking up the mantle as Captain America and be wearing a Captain America suit, not just like the Hawkeye getup that he had in the movies.
Because he's now Captain America.
Because he's
Captain
now
America is done.
Captain America. Not necessarily dead, but he's retired.
Chris Evans as that person. That specific person is no longer doing the Captain America.
Yes.
He's passed the torch.
Oh, I thought you said he's dead.
Might as well be, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Um,
I liked him a lot.
But yeah, so Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan will be back for it.
I love Winter Soldier. I love him. He's a
Yeah,
badass son of a bitch.
Sebastian Stan does a really good job as Winter Soldier.
He's just like, what was it in was it Endgame where Captain America comes up to him and just she just shows up in Wakanda or something, or was it the first Avengers Part 1, and it's just like, where's the fight? He didn't say anything else. He just shows up. Captain America's like,
Is it? No, I think it's
where's the fight?
I think it's post credits for.
For
No,
the
no. You're right. It is in the first part. The people from Wakanda just walk up to him and like
yeah,
open up a briefcase or something, and it
just
has
give him the arm.
it's the arm, and he just says, "Where's the fight?"
Where's the fight? He just doesn't question anything. He's just like, let's go.
Yep.
Let's do this. He's badass.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan is pretty good as Winter Soldier. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yep.
And then November 6th, 2020. Excuse me.
Oh,
We have the Eternals movie coming out. Which I feel like this is going to be exactly like what Guardians was. Guardians of the Galaxy, before that came out, very few people knew what that was.
Yeah.
And obviously it hit off well. But
Yeah.
they have some big names in there. There's a couple. I think Richard Madden. People might not recognize the name, but I believe he was Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. But Angelina Jolie is also in it. Salma Hayek.
Really? Really?
Yeah, so there's some big names in it.
Okay.
And the Eternals are a range of immortal aliens sent by the Celestials to protect mankind from the Deviants.
They're
so it
immortals?
sounds like,
So, were they
eternal
like
immortal.
invincible?
I don't entirely know.
They would live forever unless they're murdered by somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe. That might be the case. Yeah.
I don't really know much, and like what I'm reading in this article, it's just like, people talking about like, well, this happened, well, that happened, so I don't really know
Gotcha.
what the story is with that. But then another thing that I don't even know, I believe it's a movie, February 12th, 2021, is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
The fuck is that, dude?
Yeah, it seems like almost like a Iron Fist-esque character.
I like that. I love that word. Suffix.
But yeah, I don't know much about that. I can't find anything in this article referencing it.
Yeah.
But then spring of 2021, there's a Loki series. In this article, it doesn't tell me anything about it, unfortunately.
Interesting.
But that ought to be interesting because I think I would assume
Excuse me.
it would take place following the Loki from the alternate timeline in Endgame that got away.
Gotcha.
Actually, these two. Oh, never mind. And then May 7th, 2021 is probably the one I'm most excited for, which is the Doctor Strange sequel.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And pretty much, it's supposed to be like the first scary MCU film. So it sounds like there's going to be like a horror aspect to it, which I'm very intrigued about. It's going to be PG-13, according to Feige, and he says you're going to like it. Cumberbatch said, "I'm really excited at the dawn of this project. I think it's vital to maintain the humor we had in the first one, but with this twist of horror that will really have people gripped."
Interesting.
And also, I believe Elizabeth Olsen is also going to make an appearance in it, who was Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see if this is kind of how they add mutants into the MCU.
That would be pretty cool.
With the whole multiverse aspect, because we haven't seen anything about mutants yet in the MCU. Somehow, the multiverse could affect that.
Sweet.
And then,
I'm in.
Spring of 2021 is the Wanda and Vision series. So the Scarlet Witch Vision series.
So it's a prequel.
Which
what happened?
It takes place after Endgame.
How the fuck is that possible?
I have no idea. Bethany says how Vision is back. We're so excited to bring it to y'all, and I hope y'all love it. Because it's going to be surprising and weird. It takes place after Endgame. The series will feature Maria Rambeau's daughter.
There we go. That's what I want.
Scarlet Witch will be in the movie, picking up directly where WandaVision leads off.
But how the fuck? Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised,
back, but not Stark. Come on, guys. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if the Doctor Strange film has something to do with the WandaVision movie or series.
Then why can't they bring Tony back?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, spoiler alert! Tony Stark's dead.
Yeah, because you haven't figured that out.
Iron Man's dead.
I mean, let's be real here. If you're on Facebook and there's so many memes about it at this point, let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
And then summer 2021, there's a What If series coming to Disney Plus.
Dude, Disney Plus is.
Yeah, they're kind of going all out with this streaming series. It's an animated series coming to Disney Plus, where Jeffrey Wright. I don't necessarily know who that is.
No idea.
Oh, okay. I recognize the dude. I don't know what else he's been in.
Let me look him up.
I know he was in Westworld, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
He was in Casino Royale as Felix.
Yep. Okay, Felix Leiter.
And
Felix
the
Leiter.
other Bond movies with what's his name? Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. Yep. Cool.
But yeah, he's gonna voice the Watcher, who's like the big bald dude that you see Stan Lee talking to in Guardians 2. Those are the Watchers.
Oh. Okay.
Their role is literally to watch and record everything and not interfere with stuff.
Just watch, guys. Just watch.
There's one Watcher called Uatu, I think is his name, who has been known to interfere when things get super dire. And he's like, all right, this is serious. Like, if I don't interfere, shit's about to go down. Or could end the universe type thing.
Okay.
So.
That's interesting.
Yeah. In this article, it says the Watcher is a non-earthly being who observes all things.
Observes all things.
He's watching over the multiverse and occasionally may or may not intervene in the doings of Earthlings. Other than that, he's off doing his own thing. The Watcher first appeared in 1963 Fantastic Four.
Jesus Christ, that's old as fuck.
Yeah, he turns up on the moon because although today's the 50th anniversary, he had a crib there a long time ago. The 50th anniversary being the 50th anniversary of the Apollo landing on the moon.
Okay. Yep.
Because I guess this article was yesterday. I think that was. I believe that was the anniversary. And then there's a Hawkeye series coming to streaming service fall 2021.
So much shit.
Which I believe. Let's see. Kate Bishop is confirmed via teaser, who's kind of like a Hawkeye that takes place, who's a Hawkeye after Clint as Hawkeye.
Okay. Yep.
And Feige says we explore more of his time as Ronin. So I guess it's going to kind of have a prequel-esque to Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued about that because I would like to see him more as Ronin.
Yeah, he's very angry and pissed off.
Yeah. And then the final one, which I am most excited about. I'm sorry, I'm getting a text that might have to split for a minute in 10 minutes.
That's fine, dude. That is fine.
The final one is Thor: Love and Thunder.
What?
in November 5th, 2021, to be a fourth Thor movie. And Takai Waititi, the director from the Thor Ragnarok, is coming back to direct it.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was hoping it keeps that same kind of
Yeah, I guess
Ragnarok-esque
there's
feel.
a hint that Korg and Meek will be back.
Korg is awesome.
But there's a big twist to it. Natalie Portman is going to be back in it. So
What?
yes.
What?
And I'm assuming this is going to be in the trailer because they already had pretty much said it, I guess, on the panel. So in the comics, Jane Foster eventually becomes Thor. In the movies, she is Jane Foster.
Yep.
And apparently she walked out on the panel holding Mjolnir, which is pretty much hinting at this might be Hemsworth's last gig as Thor, and it's almost like passing the mantle, kind of like they did with Captain America in Endgame, where she is going to take place for Thor for a little bit until they find another Thor.
Nope.
What?
Not into that at all.
What?
Her being Thor.
Why?
Because she's not Thor. Thor is Thor. Jane Foster's
Yeah,
Jane
but
Foster.
she's going to have the powers of Thor, so she will essentially be Thor. I mean, that's like saying Steve Rogers is Captain America.
Yeah.
He passed it off to
But,
Falcon.
but Thor was literally born a god. She is just some reporter, some fucking
Yeah,
crazy
and she's
scientist
gonna,
from-
I guess, at some point in this movie, show she's worthy of the powers of Thor and become Thor.
Okay.
Essentially,
Okay.
like you gotta remember, in the very first film, Odin
Okay.
whispers into the hammer that
Yep.
he who shows he is worthy of these powers contain the power of Thor. Yeah, possess the power of Thor.
Yeah,
Which
okay.
is why in
Okay.
Endgame, Captain America was able to use the hammer and lightning because he showed that he was worthy.
Hammer.
So-
Hammer. Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, a lot of
Okay,
people are
we'll see,
guessing.
we'll see.
I don't know if it's actually been confirmed that she's going to be a female Thor, but a lot of people are like, everything's lining
Well-
up for this to be.
It.
Yeah.
So.
Because I think I've also
we'll see.
heard that Hemsworth is ready to like take a short break from film and like wants to just spend time with his family for a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Which,
Understandable.
one, he's made so much money at this point that he can easily take, a couple years off if he wants to. And two, a lot of the roles he's in, like I've heard this with Chris Evans for Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Like the training they go through to keep their bodies in that shape, it's just
it's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous, and there's no way it can be enjoyable. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like he's probably at a point where he's like, I don't mind staying in shape, but like this is like
They're forced to
Ridiculously.
do it. When you're forced
Yeah.
to do it, it's not enjoyable. When you're forced to do anything, it's unenjoyable.
yeah.
Can I just mention Chris Hemsworth his net worth is about 90 million. So
Yeah.
I say I could take a couple of days.
And I think even isn't his wife famous somehow?
I thought Liam Hemsworth's wife is Miley Cyrus, which unfortunately for him,
No,
that
Chris
sucks.
Hemsworth's spouse is
Soccer player or something. I don't fucking know, man. Just a guess.
that is Chris Hemsworth, right?
Yeah, it's Chris Hemsworth. I'm not sure.
A Spanish
I'm not
model.
sure. That kind of makes sense,
Apparently, she's had some movies that she's been in. Actually, a lot of movies. Nothing that I entirely
Nothing
know.
that we
But-
would know.
Yeah, so like they're well off enough that like he can take off a couple years and just spend time with family.
Yeah.
Which
I'm
I don't
guessing
blame him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how old is the dude? He's like 38.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. He's 35. So yeah, I'm sure you can take a couple years off.
Yeah.
Good for you, bud. Anywho.
Like even just
Anywho.
talking about like staying in shape. Who was it? It was a Patriots player that just recently retired.
Yeah, Gronkowski.
Gronkowski.
Yeah.
Like I saw a picture of him like recently, you would look at that
I
picture
saw
and
it
go,
too.
you would never guess he was a football player. He
I
just
saw it
looks like
too.
a normally skinny guy. Like,
He
not
lost like
skinny,
70
but
pounds.
like, yeah, he lost a lot of weight because he just lost a lot of muscle. He doesn't have to work out anymore.
No, yeah.
And it was like,
But
okay,
that dude, how old is that motherfucker?
he's probably about 34, I'm going to guess.
You think is he that old?
I would
No
say he's
way.
around that age.
Dude, he's only 30.
30? Okay.
He's 30. He easily had another 3 or 4 years left in him to play football.
If he wanted to.
Yeah,
But
I
you
mean,
also got to sit there and go, how many people suffer from brain stuff or just body ailments the longer they play?
yeah, but,
He's
I
made
mean,
enough bank that he could easily do other stuff and still be financially well off.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
It's still
how
listed his
you-
weight's
you hear-
265. It's not 265 anymore.
Yeah, no. He's probably
Dude,
about
he's
200.
6'6". He's 6'6".
He's probably
Is it-
about just over 200.
He's only 30. He's 2 years older than us, dude. And Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
like
he's-
the picture of him that I saw recently, it was like he looked like a normal Joe. Like you would not guess he
Yep.
was a
I saw
professional
the
football
picture.
player.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's worth 40 mil.
Oh
net
yeah.
worth. So, but how fast
And-
does that go?
Well, he was also successful enough that I wouldn't be surprised if some network picked him up as an analyst for football, or the NFL network picked him up for like one of their shows.
He's very
Or
charismatic.
I think I've
so-
also heard he wants to get into acting, which
Okay.
might require him to bulk up a little bit again. But
whatever. I'm sure it won't be as grueling as a football training. So
yeah.
that's cool.
All right, I gotta run up to give a key to someone real quick. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Okay, so I'm
Don't
going to read
take
some
it away too
Disney
much.
Plus Marvel news while he's gone. Let me just pull it up here again from Polygon, Polygon.com, guys. Bear with me for a second. 1 second. So there's apparently a Harley Quinn cartoon coming out, and they showed a trailer at San Diego Comic-Con full of gonzo and hard R comedy. So Marvel Schmarvel. Shortly after the MCU unloaded plans for 10 giant projects, DC's Harley Quinn, it says DC, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Marvel stuff, but this is the Disney stuff. But that's not. Anyway, DC's Harley Quinn came swinging for her own moment in the spotlight. On Saturday night, DC Universe debuted the first trailer for the Villainous animated series at the streaming service SDCC panel. Previously at NYCC, the show got a small teaser that nevertheless smashed through the fourth wall with an oversized hammer. Harley Quinn is an adult comedy focused on Harley after she breaks up with the Joker and strikes out on her own, joining arms with Poison Army and a ragtag crew of DC cast-offs, including names like Catwoman and the Scarecrow. The new trailer shows off more of the animated Gotham, the colorful villains of the Batman comics, and
Okay,
even the Caped
I'm back.
Crusader himself. I'm currently reading through the Harley Quinn cartoon rundown really quick.
Oh, go for
And
it.
The Big Bang Theory's Kaylee
Cuoco?
Cuoco stars as
hot.
Harley Quinn. Is she? I'll look her up. stars as Harley Quinn with Lake Bell Children's Hospital as Poison Ivy. I like how she's known for Children's Hospital. Not many people know that show. Alan
Was that
Tudyk-
an old TV drama? Or
No,
actually, is that still?
It's a Adult Swim fucking children's hospital messed up show. It's like really fucking ridiculous. Alan Tudyk of Firefly as the Joker, and Tony Hale, Arrested Development, as Dr. Psycho. Also joining the voice cast are Wanda Sykes, Ron Funches, and Jason Alexander in yet unspecified roles. So yeah, that looks like something I would watch because I am into adult cartoons like, American Dad, of course, like Family Guy and shit, Rick and Morty, stuff like that. So if this is as raunchy and as kind of edgy as they say it's going to be, I'm interested.
I was thinking of
And-
General Hospital, the longest running soap opera.
Oh yeah, no.
Or soap- soap show.
Look up Children's Hospital because it's
Yeah, I did.
it's
Two
a
different
fucked up-
things. Two different things.
Completely different things. Children's Hospital is a fucked up TV show where some guy dresses as a clown as a doctor, and it's funny, but it's again raunchy and kind of not PC
Excuse
in a
me.
world that should be so PC nowadays. So that seems pretty cool. I would like to watch that. whenever that comes out. I didn't see a release date or anything for that, but I'm sure it's probably not too far down the pipe if they're doing showing trailers and shit already.
Do you see anything else about DC? I didn't. I only heard 2 other things about DC from Comic Con.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Harley Quinn is an upcoming American animated TV series that's going to premiere October 2019. So really fucking close. So
Okay.
I didn't see anything else about DC.
So one of the things I heard was, or 2 things I heard is they're doing another animated movie for Superman, based off a Superman Red Sun comic, which was essentially a Elseworlds story, which I've read it and was pretty good, where instead of Superman landing in Kansas and being raised by the Kents, he lands in Russia.
I'm so sorry.
And he is essentially like a general in the army and is like, a military powerhouse.
You don't say.
And eventually Batman comes and fights him. I don't know if Batman is Russian also in this. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read it. But obviously they have a fight, and I don't remember exactly how it ends.
Interesting.
But that's another animated film they are going to be coming out with. And then the other is, I think it's for the DC shows that are on CW.
Yeah.
They're doing a Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think, which is an old story arc.
Okay.
Where multiple Earths start like phasing into each other, and like heroes from the different multiverses like kind of come together.
Okay.
And I think it's Brandon Roth, the guy who was Superman in Superman Returns in like 2006 or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor and stuff. Mm-hmm. Apparently he is reprising his role as Superman in this miniseries, which is interesting. So
is Cavill done then?
So I think this is like a different this would be like if a multiverse thing were to happen and Christian Bale comes back as Batman for a little miniseries. Like I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna take place of Cavill in the movies.
Okay.
The current movies, but it's kind of like a.
All right. Yeah.
Callback almost like, Cavill was this Earth 42's Superman, and Brandon Roth was Earth 17's Superman.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
See how that fucking goes.
Speaking of Cavill, though.
Speaking of, what a perfect segue.
Yeah.
What a perfect segue. I watched the trailer. The trailer looks fucking badass.
The Witcher Netflix series trailer dropped the other day.
So thoughts?
So I'm still excited. I don't know why, but like the makeup and like the hair and stuff looked not like it was like, like grade A production quality stuff. Maybe it's just because I know Henry Cavill is Geralt. So it's like I'm imagining Henry Cavill with his black hair like I usually have seen him, and seeing him in white hair is just throwing me for a loop. I'm hoping that's what it is, but just like for some reason I saw that and I was like, that doesn't look good. But I think it's just because I know Henry Cavill.
You know what he's supposed to look like.
Yeah, and seeing him in the long white hair, it's like that's not him.
For a loop.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But obviously, it was just a teaser, and it's talking about what was it? It was talking about how the Witchers were created and monsters and stuff, and I'm excited. I'm still excited about it.
Yennefer. I don't really necessarily care for who they casted for her.
Yeah, I remember we went over the casting the other week.
Yeah.
And Yennefer and Ciri are like 2 actors that are not big names.
Not yet. Until this comes out.
Not yet. Yeah, like Cavill was like the only big name, it seemed like.
Got you. It's coming out Q4 2019, so
the next
Christmas-ish,
6 months, hopefully.
Maybe. Yeah. So we'll see about that.
I hope that's a series where it's just Netflix seems to be doing it with every series, but it's just like here's all however many episodes.
Yeah.
It's not like
here's the first season.
Here's the first episode. You gotta wait a week
weeks.
for the next episode.
Fuck you, Netflix. I want everything now.
Yeah. So I'm sure I will probably binge that easily when it first comes out.
Duh, dude.
Which it makes me want to sit back down and start reading the books again. Because I got about like a third of the way through the first book and then kind of stopped. Because I had like 17 different things I was trying to read. I was like, oh, I want to read this. Oh, I want to read this. And just like...
Yep.
Got
Too
distracted.
much at one time.
Yeah.
Too much at one time.
I think around that time, another Game of Thrones like prequel book came out. I was like, oh, I want to read that. And started reading that. And it was like, this isn't as good as the other books. I'm not enjoying it as much.
Interesting.
Because it wasn't like a... It was more like a recounting of things that happened before Game of Thrones, and not necessarily like, you know, like, ba said this person, and then like stuff like that. It was just like, it was said that this person had this and did that and did this, and it was said that it took them this long to go this far, and it was like, I feel like I'm reading a history book right now. I feel like I'm not reading a novel.
Yeah.
So I just never.
It was just a dry read. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But so I'm reading some stuff about the Witcher here on Netflix. It's saying that the editor-in-chief has revealed that Netflix is already... Oh, I'm sorry. The editor-in-chief of Geeks Worldwide has revealed that Netflix is already pleased with the Witcher series, even if the public hasn't even had a whiff of a trailer. So apparently, they're happy with the way things are turning out with the show. So
yeah, I definitely hope this is something that it does well enough that it gets multiple seasons.
Multiple seasons, yeah.
Because there's so much source material.
They can make this into like a fucking 15, 20 season fucking show. Easily.
I don't know if I would necessarily go that far.
Dude, there's so much.
But figure, I'm pretty sure none of the games deal with the books directly.
Really?
I don't believe so. I that's just what I believe. I could be completely wrong. But like, if that's true, figure they have 3 games, 2 DLCs for the 3rd game, which I've heard are like games in themselves.
They're each 20 some hours. Yep.
Yeah. So that's 5 seasons they could possibly do right there, and then I think there's 7 books for The Witcher.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they do a season per novel,
that's a lot.
That's what, 10 seasons right there.
Sure, math. Not doing math right now.
So, yeah. I mean, I just checked Wikipedia. There's 8 novels.
Okay.
So that's 13 potential seasons right there. Sure. Don't see Cavill being there for 13 seasons because you got to figure that's 13 to 15 years worth of work. Yeah. Which is a lot.
Yep.
But who knows? Might be wrong. Maybe he'll enjoy it enough and it will do well enough that they'll figure out a way, or they'll just be able to work multiple.
Yeah.
Source material works into multiple seasons.
That might make more sense.
Yeah.
I think, but we'll see. Again.
Or maybe they're just gonna go in their own direction, kind of like the games did, and just do their own story.
Deviate.
Yeah.
Have a good writer.
Which might be almost better because then you don't have people going, well,
oh,
this was how it was in the book, and then yada yada yada. Because I remember when Walking Dead first came out, the show, and I think the writers of the show were like, we're gonna follow the basic premise of the comics,
but not entirely.
But what's gonna happen to the characters isn't necessarily gonna follow the comics. That way, the comic readers don't even know necessarily who is safe, which I thought was a cool concept. It's like, all right, you know where they're going next. You might know the storyline that's coming up next, but you don't know who's going to die, who's going to do what necessarily.
Which I think is better because if you read the books and the movie's exactly like the book, you know what's going to happen already. It might happen a little bit different, quicker in the movie, which of course it's going to, but the knowing already is just kind of
yeah.
And then people always be like, well, the book was better. Yeah, because they put it in 400 pages and it's like a fucking 15-hour read. Yeah, versus a 2-hour movie, of course.
One thing I always say, have you seen Lord of the Rings?
I've seen the tower. What the fuck is the
2 towers?
2 towers, yeah.
The one with the Battle of Helm's Deep?
Yeah, that was it.
Perfect. this is what I was going to bring up. Peter
Cool.
Jackson did works of wonder with those films.
Yeah. They're
I've
pretty
listened to
crazy
the
films.
audiobooks, and
Mhm.
first of all, the first book, there's like a solid like hour of just like dry, boring material that if he put in the movie, it would have been boring
Couldn't
as
do
hell.
it. Couldn't do it. Yeah.
He could have done it, but he chose not to, which a lot of people were like, that was a good fucking idea because it would have been boring. It's
Yeah.
about a guy that sings songs and talks to animals, and it's like, that's not, like, it just didn't
Yep.
fit the tone of the movie. But, I remember in Two Towers, in the book, that battle, I think in the audiobook, took place in 5 minutes of the audiobook, and it was like, the battle's done. I was like,
Huh.
I like had to rewind the audiobook. I was like, did I zone out and just didn't realize it?
Did I skip a chapter? Or
Yeah,
like...
but it was like it was very quick. And in the movie, it's like a solid
fucking
20,
Half
30 minutes
hour?
of fighting.
yeah.
It
That was a
seems
pretty
like.
epic battle.
Yeah,
by
it's
the way.
like I think it's considered one of the best battle scenes ever
In
done in
movies?
cinematography
Yeah.
for like
It was
medieval
pretty
type
crazy.
battle.
I had to get up halfway through that movie, just like kind of walk around outside for a second because it was just sitting for so long. It was like, God damn
Oh,
it,
yeah.
move.
Oh yeah,
But-
long movies, but
Yeah.
like he's always someone I point out. Like after listening to the audiobooks, it's like he did a works of wonders with keeping pretty true to source material
Yeah.
and not having fans be like up in arms about stuff.
That's a good meld. You can
Yeah,
please the fans, but also shorten it down to a point and make it something
Yeah.
unique. So that's
like even with Game of Thrones, like you've heard a lot of flack for the directors and stuff for the last couple
Yeah.
seasons,
Mhm.
but up through the source material of the 5 books that are out, it was pretty well done. Like there was a
Good.
couple things that didn't happen that happened in the books, and it was like, well, if they
Why the fuck did you do
did,
that?
well, not even that, but it was like, there's a character in, I think it's from book 3 on, called Strong Belwas, and he
Okay.
just wasn't in the show at all, which people were kind of upset about. But at the same time, it's like
If they didn't need
at
him,
this point, how many actors do they have taking roles of like important characters? Like how much money are they already
Yeah.
shelling out? Like that would have just been another person they'd have to pay, and it would be like that would require cutting everyone else's paycheck, and it was just, I guess that's one of the reasons they didn't cast him. I don't know if
That's-
they ever gave a true answer, but that's the one I like to believe.
it's like some of those things like the Avengers. Like what the fuck, or just the amount of money paid in salaries to the actors. Like they're
Oh, yeah.
all like Avengers Endgame, or Infinity War and Endgame. Like holy shit, dude, the amount of money put out just for salary is got to be insane, dude. You got, and this is omitting people for sure. I mean, you got Downey Jr., you got Hemsworth, you got fucking Johansson, you got Sam. What the fuck is his name? Just the amount of money just paid in salary, not even production of the movie, and sound and fucking whatever else goes into it. I'm not saying I know, but Jesus Christ, I can only imagine. I
So
want it.
because I remember it as being low. Guess how much Robert Downey Jr. put in on his first Iron Man movie,
For just for the movie.
just for Iron Man, the first movie.
What, like 2.5 million? 1 million? More.
$500,000.
$500,000. Okay.
He put in 500,000, which at the time he was considered. Like I remember reading this. I think I've said it before. Like Hollywood
He was
he was a
written off.
gamble.
He was written off
he was
pretty much,
he was
yeah.
just coming back from like his drug rehab and stuff, and it was like, well,
Yep.
why do we want this guy to be a face of a movie?
Let's give this
And then-
$500,000. That was a
And
gamble.
this was before Endgame, I guess. But roughly 20.25 million for Avengers Infinity War.
Was
And
his-
we'll
just
make
his
about the
salary?
same for Endgame. Just for him. And that's probably not including any royalties or anything.
Oh my god. Could you imagine
Yeah.
making 40 times what you made in the first movie? in your like what, eighth movie, ninth movie? Jesus Christ. 20.5 million to make a movie. Okay.
20.25. 20 and a quarter.
Yeah, okay, splitting hairs at that point.
But yeah, I was gonna say we're counting pennies at that point.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
How much time does a person act like RDJ spend on set?
I don't know.
Like, okay, a couple years, right? 2
Per
years?
movie?
Yeah, 2 years of filming.
I don't even think it would be that much.
Year and a half.
I would say maybe a year and a half, including reshoots.
I'm not entirely sure the time scheme, but god damn it, dude.
It's probably honestly less than that. It's probably less than a year for the original shooting.
And then just touch-ups and reshoots.
Yeah.
But dude, can you imagine getting paid? Like, oh, what's your salary this year? 20.
Yeah.
I made 40 million last year.
But at the same time,
Times
like we were talking earlier,
shit's weak.
if you were to look at Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth, whatever they made, and it's like, well, how much time they spend on set isn't necessarily what you can equate to, because like for them, I would say, what about all the time working out? Like that's part of the job at that point.
That's
not
true.
just
like
obviously Robert Downey Jr. He didn't have to be jacked. I'm sure he had a workout regimen to say lean.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But he wasn't, doing 3 sessions a day, cardio in the morning, weights in the afternoon, and whatever in the evening, just to stay in shape on days they're not on set.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And their workouts probably aren't just like, oh, my 45-minute workout at the gym. I'm sure it's like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours a day. Cardio in the morning, lifting session at night or whatever.
And obviously a dietitian telling them what they can and can't eat. And
when they can eat it.
Yeah.
What to put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I could believe it. I mean, I've always heard, like, I don't think I've ever really done it, but I've heard like people go, "Oh, I'm gonna get a salad because I'm trying to eat healthy," and they get like breaded chicken and load it with dressing, and it's like,
give me like 7 pounds of ranch dressing, please.
Yeah,
blue cheese, extra blue cheese, actually, bacon bits, and just load that motherfucker with.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, it's like, all right, you're trying to eat healthy. I'll give you credit there. You're not.
Are you? I mean, you might as well just get a burger at that.
Yeah.
So, fucking A.
Dude,
yeah.
Speaking of which, I went out to dinner last night with my parents and my grandfather. Had one of the best burgers I've ever had at a restaurant.
Where at?
I think there's only a couple in the suburbs of Philly. Iron Hill Brewery.
I've heard of Iron Hill. Really?
Yeah. Their burger was actually, like, for a restaurant, like, I just got, like, a normal burger with cheese and lettuce. And it was
bacon
like
or barbecue sauce or like anything.
No, and it was just like the way it was. Like I got cooked medium, and it just like I would take a bite and it just fell apart in my mouth. And it was nice and juicy, and it was like it was probably, I thought it was better than Five Guys, honestly.
Oh, I mean, Five Guys is dog shit. I mean, it's good because it's so shitty that it's good. You know what I mean?
It might also be because I compare Five Guys to every other fast food burger.
That's true.
Like this was like a good quality restaurant burger, and I was like, oh man, like I was expecting just like a normal burger, and I got this, and I was like, the bun was good too, and it was
me and Ashley went to eat yesterday at this place called the Albany here in town. But dude, I got a pound burger, 1 pound burger, and
nice.
It's like, I asked him, like, dude, where do you get this meat from? Like, oh, we just get it from down in northern Colorado. Like, we're just 20 miles north of that. And so it's like really fresh meat. And like, it just, oh man, it was that place is either that place or a place called Blue Agave down in Fort Collins. They have the best burgers because their meat is like so fresh. And it's like, they cook it perfectly.
Can you tell when meat is not fresh?
Yes, for sure.
What? Because I've never.
Dude, it's hard to like. I guess I can't really
like. Is it with?
You have to taste it.
Is okay. So it's like the taste.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like you can tell, like, okay, like, this is some good ass meat.
Okay. Because I mean, like, I can definitely point out, like, when I get a burger, if it's like
dog shit.
This patty was just in the freezer. Like, this isn't ground meat that they just put together. Like, this was in the freezer for the past 3
2
weeks.
Yeah.
And now they're just putting it on the grill. Like I've had burgers like that. It's like
Yeah.
this is crap.
Yep. Dog shit.
But like
Thanks. Please take
Yeah.
this back.
like
But no,
yeah.
this is, you can just really tell. It's just really juicy.
Okay.
And like, oh my god, it's just so good. But anyway, sweet potato fries, by the way.
See, I'm
I
not a
do.
fan of sweet potatoes.
Ah.
I'm not like, and it's funny because my sister is like, we call her a fry connoisseur
Okay.
because
Okay.
like anywhere we get French fries, she has to try them, and
Okay.
like she's like
Great.
like steak fries over like any other kind of fry pretty
Shoestring
much.
fries or curly
Yeah,
fries.
she's like, I like steak fries. I like them slightly like more on the like crispier,
Crispy
well done side.
Mhm.
And like we make jokes about that all the time, but like yeah,
there aren't bad
for me
fries.
for the most for me for the most part, like I don't like sweet potatoes, so I don't like sweet potato fries. But like I'm not picky about my fries. Like I could say, you know, if you say good fireplace, I like top fries I go to are Wendy's. It's one of
Wendy's are
those
pretty
places.
bad.
Yeah. I think it's the sea salt they use that helps.
In and out.
Never
For
had
sure.
In and Out. Five Guys is pretty good. But
Like
like
pretty good. So greasy though.
last night,
Yeah.
the fries were like they would have been good, but they just seemed like they were undercooked a little bit.
Okay.
It's like I don't really care. Like I'm gonna eat them no matter what.
Oh well, yeah. Fuck yeah.
But my
They're on my
sister was like,
plate.
"Can I try a fry?" And I was like, "Yeah, go for it." And she tried, it and she's like, "It could be done a little bit better." I'm just like, "Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're being picky.
Yeah,
Shut up."
Thanks. Yeah. That's funny.
But
Yeah, dude, a good burger is a
Yeah.
really, really good. Like one to like be like, dude, I had a good burger last night. That's hard to come by. People just,
But-
no one brags about a Five Guys burger or like,
yeah,
you know, a chain
but
burger,
because it's also a brewery,
yeah,
they make beer, so
you
like,
wouldn't think their food would be that good, but
yeah. But like me and my mom got a flight of beer and it's pretty good.
nice. What's your go-to? Do you like IPAs, stouts, lagers? What's your go-to? Wheats.
So I'm not
Belgian?
super picky. If I had to pick one, it would probably be lagers.
Got to.
Like
Or
I'll
Tame.
try other things.
Oh, what are you drinking right there? It's a
What
Yards.
am I actually? I'm drinking Yard's Brawler. I actually don't know what
Oh,
this is
dude,
considered.
Brawler out of a can. Never saw a Brawler in a can.
I don't know what this is considered, to be honest.
It's like an amber ale.
It says ale. Yeah, it says Champion
Yeah.
Ale.
Yeah, I was in Philly, and the place that I was at had Yards Brawler on tap, but it was fucking kicked. I was like, dude, just go down the street and get another goddamn keg. Like, son of a bitch. But
Yeah, like it's funny because my dad got a flight of his own,
yeah,
and when the guy brought it out, he's like, "Yeah, this beer, is not in a keg; it's in a cask, so it's served a little bit
Ah.
warmer."
it's like 55 degrees. Or something.
Yeah, it's
something weird like that.
it's what he says, about 50 degrees,
It's an English beer.
and it will have a little bit of like a wood taste to
Mhm.
it because it's in a cask.
Yeah.
And my
Don't-
mom and my sister and my dad were like, "No, it's a little warm. It would be a little bit better cold." And I took a sip of it. I'm like, "I think it's fine. Like,
Good to me.
it's beer." And
Yeah.
but they all kind of looked at me like, "Really? Like you don't think it would be better cold?" And I was like, "All right, let me lay this out there because I don't know if you guys realize this. I'm a rock climber. I go climbing all times a year. I go camping at all times a year.
Yeah,
I drink beer at whatever temperature it is.
it is.
As long as it's not hot,
Yeah.
I can drink it. Like
Mhm.
if it's room temperature, I can
It's
down
going
it
down.
easily.
It's
If it's a
going
good
down.
beer, if I like the taste of it, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
This brawler has been sitting next to my desk since Friday night. All right.
That is
Granted,
fucking-
I'm in the basement where it's like
nasty.
about 65 degrees, so it's on
Okay.
the cooler side. It's not like it's 80 degrees upstairs.
Yeah. Still,
So it's
just
still
sitting out.
relatively cool.
Yeah.
But like
Mm-hmm.
I've gone camping in the summer where we just leave a case at the tent and it's like
Yeah. Take them as you,
you
go.
know, you
Yep.
drink beer at 75 degrees and it's like, all right, it's beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
My
I can
uncle.
drink it warm.
We used to go,
Is it
remember-
better cold? Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Depends.
But it doesn't bother me to drink warm beer as long as it's not like it's been sitting in the car and is
Yeah.
95, 100 degrees and then you drink it, it's like
Speaking of
disgusting.
that, yeah, you know the cabin, right? Our cabin. My uncle, who owned the cabin, he used to go there with a case of shitty golden anniversary beer, Pounders, and he'd put it on top of the cabin so it would get some sun because he thought it would taste better. He thought it tasted better that way, and he drank it like hot, like as hot as the sun would get. He just let it sit up there for a while on top, and just go pull one off, drink it up.
I mean, in all fairness,
I was
like,
God damn, dude,
if that's what you're used to, that's good to you.
Yeah, good to him. But he would never drink cold beer. I don't think he ever. I still don't think he drinks cold beer, like, ever. He just lets it sit out. Yeah, I think actually, to be honest with you, like when they stopped making Golden Anniversary, he was upset. So he switched to Bush, equally as terrible. So we'd go over to his house and like he'd like want a beer, and he'd pull it out. He'd just keep it out, but it was next to his furnace. So like it was
that's a little excessive for me.
Sitting
Yeah,
like close to his furnace. I was like, nah, I'm good, dude. I'm all right. That beer is like almost undrinkable at a perfect temperature, and I'm not gonna drink it at 90 degrees, so 100 degrees. So thanks, peace, no.
Like the nice thing is,
disgusting.
In the current place I'm living,
yeah,
we have like an enclosed patio in the back. So like in the winter, what we did was we just put a case outside, so it didn't take up room in the fridge, and we just put it outside. And it was like when you wanted a beer, you just walk out into the cold real quick, grab it, and walk back in.
That was the ideal thing. Like when you go camping in the winter, you just it's outside the tent in a foot of snow. Just put it in the fucking snow pile. That's it, done.
And like, there's one night we had a bunch of people over, like we had a little party. Mm-hmm. And it was like if people brought a case, it was like just put it on the back patio.
Put it on the back porch.
We don't have room in the fridge, just put it on the back patio.
It is 17 degrees outside. Just put it outside.
Yeah.
It'll be colder than it would be in this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we used to do at college a lot too. Like then I go to some house parties in the winter, just leave your beer outside. Yep. So that's what you did. Cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. You got anything else?
I don't know. Do you got a question of the week?
Oh shit! Nope. Easy as that. I didn't think of anything. Oh shit! And now I'm put in the spot. So I don't.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. I'll think of one.
Wow.
And I'll post it.
No, you won't.
I probably won't. Way to call me out. I have to.
I gotta keep you honest.
I gotta think of some and like actually write them down because like I can't think of one like oh shit like I'm like right now I can't think of one. No way. I'm not creative. I'm like one of those people who thinks of a fucking like I come back like 4 days after.
And you're in the shower.
Shit,
you go fuck.
God damn it! I would have got him so good.
Yeah.
Would have got him and just nope, never happens. You're an idiot. Well, you're an idiot.
Good one.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, that was so bad. Yep, that's me. Yeah, comeback wise, I'm not a very good shit talker. So, anyway, no question of the week.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Do you have a question of the week?
No, I don't. I figured I would call you out.
Yeah.
You didn't say in the beginning before we started that you had one.
I definitely do not have one. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Well,
Anywho,
want to
call it there then?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, that was pop quiz. I'm gonna say now 62 of Guy Party Podcast.
You just died on me. Well, since he seems to have died on me on Discord, that was pop quiz number 62. I don't know if you can hear me. This is gonna be awkward if he's talking right now. But yeah, you can find the. Oh, do I hear you? You're hello?
I hear you.
You are still kind of robot-y.
All
right, I'm just gonna do it because you are robot-y as shit. You can find our Gmail down here at guyparty91@gmail.com. Send us emails, yada yada yada. Our Instagram handles right there. Guy_party_pod. It's funny because shut up. Keep sending me messages, so if you keep hearing the bleeps, that's what you hear. You are all pixelated now, but we can finally see you move. You're not just smiling like an idiot. You're good now, I think. Actually,
okay.
To be fair.
Anyway, you do it. No, go ahead.
But yeah, we got a Twitter somewhere and a YouTube somewhere.
Twatter.
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 Is that politically?
No, it's not politically correct, and I'm
Okay.
glad it's not.
Anyway, but yeah, I think that is it. we'll
Cool.
see you next week.
We'll catch you guys next week. Sorry about that. Peace.
Bye.